world, you'll spend your mornings serving someone else's. Their schedule, their deadlines, their ambition. Stoicism teaches one thing: control what you can, release what you can't. And morning is the one moment you can truly control. Your body, your mind, your intention before the world reaches for you. Today, we walk through 7 lessons. They took me a decade to learn, but I'll give them to you in just 20 minutes. Lesson 1. Life waits for nobody. Imagine this. This morning, while you were still opening your eyes, someone out there had already begun. They were running through the cold air, writing down their plans. While you were still staring at the ceiling, they were already living the life you keep promising yourself you'll start one day. But one day is the sweetest lie we tell ourselves, and it has killed more dreams than failure ever could. Life doesn't wait for you. Time doesn't pause so you can recover. It doesn't slow down for you to find motivation again. The world keeps moving, whether you're ready or not. That truth is harsh, but freeing. Because once you understand that no one is coming to save you, you finally realize the power to change your life has always been yours. Tom was 52, a plant engineer in the Midwest. That morning, a 30-minute meeting ended with a single sentence. The new system only needs half the staff. They took his badge. Tom walked out to the parking lot, hard hat in hand. The sun still rose like every other day, only his life had just turned down a darker hallway. He drove home earlier than usual, stood still beside the coffee pot, and whispered, "Where do I even begin?" The scariest part isn't losing the job. It's knowing you need to change and still delaying it. Every time you pick up your phone, you sell 1 minute of your life. Every time you hit snooze, you silence another opportunity. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." Life will not wait for your readiness. It waits only for your action. Not tomorrow, not when you feel inspired, but right now, while your heart still beats, while the sun still rises outside your window. Remember this: the difference between the successful and the forgotten isn't talent. It's urgency. Winners don't wait for motivation. They get up and they start. So ask yourself, will you let life drag you behind it? Or will you take the reins and lead it yourself? If today were your last chance to move forward, what would you do with the next 20 minutes? Lesson 2. Take care of yourself first. If you collapse tomorrow, your job will replace you within a week. If you die, the world will keep spinning, emails will still be sent, people will keep living. It sounds cruel, but it's true. And once you understand that truth, you stop living as if your body and mind are infinite. You can't fill someone else's cup when yours is already empty. You can't love deeply, give fully, or build something great if your body is breaking and your mind is in chaos. Epictetus once said, "Guard your mind like a fortress, for if it falls, everything else will fall with it." So, tell me, what does your morning look like? Do you wake up and grab your phone, drowning in fake smiles and filtered lives? Or do you sit up, breathe deeply, drink water, and prepare for the battle ahead? A person who begins the day with the world's noise becomes a slave to it. But a person who begins with silence commands their own. Self-care isn't selfish. It's responsibility. Because when you break, those who love you will break with you. Respect your body. It's the instrument of your destiny. Feed it like a warrior. Rest it like a philosopher. And every morning, ask yourself, am I fortifying my fortress today, or am I slowly tearing it down? Lesson 3. Don't regret, learn and move forward. Regret is the quiet prison of the mind. It doesn't lock you behind bars, it locks you inside your memories. The ones you replay again and again, wishing you'd done it differently. You think about the job you didn't take, the words you never said, the person you pushed away or held onto for too long. But hear this, the past doesn't exist anymore. It's only alive because you keep breathing life into it. Epictetus once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And he was right. The past can't hurt you unless you keep reopening the wound yourself. I once met a man named David, a former athlete whose knee injury ended his career at 26. For years, he carried that moment like a coffin. Every conversation circled back to what could have been. But the day he accepted that chapter as his teacher, not his curse, he started coaching kids. He said, "I realized my dream wasn't gone, it just changed its form." That's the truth about regret. It's only poison if you keep swallowing it. But if you turn it into fuel, it becomes power. Turn your mistakes into weapons. Turn your losses into wisdom. Turn your pain into the fire that keeps you from repeating it again. If you loved the wrong person, love smarter next time. If you invested poorly, invest wiser. If you missed an opportunity, build the next one. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Your pain is not a dead end, it's a map. It's showing you where not to go again. And the question is no longer, why did this happen to me? But, what did this teach me, and how will I rise because of it? Lesson 4. Build your dream, or build someone else's. Every morning when you wake up, you're doing one of two things. You're building your dream, or you're building someone else's. Ask yourself, are you living for what you believe in, or just meeting someone else's KPI? The company you work for, the building you walk into, the phone in your hand, all of them were once someone's dream. Someone who woke up earlier than you. Someone who worked while others slept. Someone who believed when everyone else laughed. And you, what do you do with your mornings? Do you scroll through the lives of others, or pull your own future a little closer? Don't get it wrong, working for someone isn't a sin. The mistake is stopping there. It's forgetting your own dream while helping someone else build their castle. Marcus Aurelius once said, "A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions." If your ambition is comfort, you'll live a comfortable life. If your ambition is freedom, prepare to sacrifice everything for it. Building your dream doesn't mean quitting your job tomorrow. It means starting today. Spend just 1 hour each morning doing what ignites your spirit. Write one page, design one idea, learn one new skill. The smallest action today can rewrite your destiny 10 years from now. Morning is stolen time, sacred time, reserved only for those who respect it. While the world still sleeps, the awakened are already building the future. And one day, when others walk through the doors you built, they'll call it luck. But you'll know it was discipline, born from the quiet hours when no one was watching. Lesson 5. Work in silence, celebrate in private. The world is addicted to noise. Everyone's shouting their goals, their plans, their success stories. But here's the paradox. The more they talk, the less they move. The louder the world gets, the quieter real greatness becomes. The Stoics knew this long before we did. When you expose your dream too soon, you don't inspire people. You invite their doubts, their envy, their fear to mix with your own. And that storm of opinions can drown the voice of your purpose. Think of a seed. It grows not under applause, but under pressure. In the dark, in the soil, unseen, unheard. The same goes for your dreams. They need silence to root, to breathe, to strengthen before the world sees them bloom. Epictetus said, "The more you seek approval, the less free you become." And freedom is what the builder of a dream must protect most. In silence, you find focus. You stop performing and start creating. Because every time you announce what you'll do, you trick your mind into feeling you've already done it. That's not progress, that's self-sabotage dressed as pride. And when you finally win, keep it sacred. Because not everyone will celebrate your success. Some will envy it. Some will try to take it. Others will twist it into a story that serves their own insecurity. So stay silent, stay grounded. Let your results echo where your words never reached. When you build quietly, you forge your sword in darkness. And when the day comes to draw it, the world will hear its power before they ever see your face. Lesson 6. Listen only to the right voices. The world loves to talk. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone thinks they know what you should do with your life. But stop for a second. How many of them are actually living a life you admire? Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The opinion of 10,000 men is of no value if none of them know anything about the subject." So why do you listen to them? Why do you let people who don't understand your dream decide its direction? Listen carefully. The ones who tell you don't do it are usually the ones who never dared. The ones who say it's too risky are the ones still living inside their fears. Don't let their small vision define the borders of your potential. Choose who you listen to as carefully as you choose who you love. If you want discipline, listen to the disciplined. If you want financial freedom, learn from the ones who actually built it. If you seek peace, observe those who radiate it. And, for the rest, silence them. Because not every voice deserves your attention. Loud doesn't mean right. Confidence doesn't mean wisdom. Noise doesn't mean truth. The most powerful voice you will ever hear is your own. Because only you know what battle you're fighting and why. Not every voice deserves to enter your mind. Filter them through 3 simple questions. 1. Does this person have the results I want? 2. Did they achieve it under circumstances similar to mine, my age, my path, my responsibilities? 3. What will this advice cost me, and does that sacrifice align with my values? If the answer to any of these is no, or I don't know, let that voice go quietly, firmly, completely. And every morning, before the world begins to shout, spend 10 minutes listening to the one voice that truly matters, the one inside you. It doesn't yell. It doesn't beg for attention. It simply whispers, "This is your path." Lesson 7. Life rewards consistency, not excuses. There's one truth most people never understand. Life doesn't reward explanations. It rewards repetition. You can say, "I'm tired. I don't have time. I'll start when I'm ready." But life doesn't keep a record of your reasons, only your results. Seneca once wrote, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." 1 page a day doesn't make a book, but 365 pages do. 10 minutes of exercise won't transform your body, but 10 minutes every morning for a year will. The difference between those who rise and those who fade isn't willpower, it's consistency. The world is full of people who start. Very few continue. Consistency is what shapes greatness quietly, patiently, relentlessly. And every morning, you're given the chance to practice it again. Set your non-negotiables. 5 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of writing, 15 minutes of movement. It doesn't matter if you're tired. It doesn't matter if you're busy. It doesn't matter if you don't feel like it. Do it because it's no longer a choice. It's who you are. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you lay one more brick in the fortress of trust. Every time you break it, you carve a crack in its wall. Discipline is self-respect in action. It's the quiet proof that you can depend on you. Don't let tomorrow become the funeral of your dreams. Start now, even small, because a single drop repeated enough times can carve through stone. Life doesn't care about your excuses, but it will always honor your consistency. Conclusion: the Morning Manifesto. Life doesn't wait for you. When you fall, the world keeps moving. Regret only wastes your time. If you don't build your own dream, you'll spend your life building someone else's. If you talk too much, you'll drain your power. If you listen to the wrong voices, you'll lose your direction. And if you keep making excuses, you'll repeat the same day again and again. But if you wake with gratitude, if you rise early and choose action, if you guard your body and mind like a fortress, if you learn from pain, build quietly, and stay consistent, then nothing and no one can stop you from becoming the strongest version of yourself. Every sunrise is a second chance, a clean slate to rebuild your life. You don't need your past. You just need one morning brave enough to begin again. Remember this: discipline, repeated daily, turns an ordinary man into a warrior. So tomorrow morning, when you open your eyes, don't rise with fatigue, rise with purpose. Say to yourself, today, I don't wait. Today, I don't delay. Today, I don't ask for permission. I act. I build, I live. Because life doesn't wait for anyone, and neither should you. If this message reached you, if it stirred something inside, take a second to breathe, then commit. This journey doesn't begin in the future, it begins now. Like this video if it reminded you of your own strength. Subscribe and walk this path with us, one morning at a time. And drop this in the comments as your promise to yourself. I rise stronger every morning.